The hardest part of any journey is the beginning. The moment when everything is uncertain, when the vision is blurry, when doubt is louder than clarity. It's in that moment where most people freeze. They hesitate. They wait for the fear to go away, for the perfect time to arrive, for the plan to become flawless. But that moment never comes. Fear doesn't disappear. Perfection never arrives. And clarity doesn't precede action. It follows it. The only way to move is to begin, even if the start is ugly, even if the hands shake, even if nothing feels ready. Starting scared doesn't mean the effort is weak. It means it's real. It means the path ahead matters. No one fears what doesn't matter. Fear shows up because the next step is unfamiliar, uncomfortable, and important. It's not a sign to stop. It's a signal to go. Every great thing that has ever been built started with doubt in the room, fear in the chest, and uncertainty in the air. But someone pushed forward anyway. Someone decided that even though it wasn't perfect, it was possible. It's easy to talk about dreams, to sit in silence and imagine what life could look like, to visualize success, to get excited about the future, to plan and dream and hope. But none of it matters until action is taken, until the feet move, until the words are written, until the voice speaks, until the hands create. Nothing changes until movement begins. It doesn't have to be pretty. It doesn't have to be polished. It doesn't need to look like success. In fact, most beginnings look like chaos, like confusion. Confusion, like failure. That's not a flaw. That's part of the process, how growth works. Seeds don't bloom instantly. Muscles don't grow without struggle. Confidence doesn't show up until after 100 awkward attempts. Every master was once a beginner. Every expert once fumbled. Every success started as a mess. Waiting for everything to align perfectly is a trap. It sounds responsible, it sounds wise, but it's just fear wearing a clever disguise. The ones who win are not the ones who waited until they were fully ready. They're the ones who started while still unsure, while still scared, while still learning. They moved anyway. That's the difference. There will be judgment. People will have opinions. Some will mock, some will doubt, some will question. Let them. Their opinions won't build your life. Their approval won't carry your dream. Well, most people criticize what they don't have the courage to attempt. And even more, they're not watching as closely as you think. Everyone is too focused on their own fears to obsess over yours. So stop waiting for validation. Start ugly. Start ugly. Start scared. Just start. Perfection is a myth. A moving target packs up a silent killer momentum. It convinces people that anything less than flawless isn't worth doing. That's a lie. Progress is built through imperfection, through trial and error, through stumbling forward. No one ever got great by doing it once and doing it perfectly. They got great by doing it often and learning fast. Repetition beats perfection every time. Scared doesn't mean weak. Scared means stretching. It means stepping outside of what's familiar. It means leaving the comfort zone and entering the growth zone. That zone is messy. It's uncomfortable. But it's where transformation happens. Courage is not the absence of fear. Courage is feeling the fear and choosing to act anyway. It's okay to not have all the answers. It's okay to feel unqualified. It's okay to look like a beginner because that's exactly what you are when starting. And there's nothing wrong with being a beginner. What's dangerous is pretending you're not. Or worse, waiting to stop being a beginner before you begin. That's how dreams die before they ever have a chance. The beginning won't be clean. Mistakes will be made. Missteps will happen. But those are not signs to quit. They're signs that you're in the game, that you're doing the work, that you're learning in real time. That's how confidence is built. Not from thinking, but from doing. Not from planning, but from practicing. One imperfect rep at a time. Nobody remembers how awkward the start was once the finish line is crossed. People don't care how many times you trip. They care that you kept going. They care that you endured, that you had the courage to begin, the humility to struggle, and the resilience to continue. That's what people admire. Not perfection, persistence. The clock is ticking either way. Time will pass whether you act or not. You might as well build something with that time. You might as well look back a year from now and say, I'm glad I started instead of I wish I had. Regret is heavier than failure. Regret echoes louder than fear. And the only way to avoid regret is to begin, even if it's messy. The world doesn't need more perfect people. It needs more real ones. More people who are willing to try, to fail, to be seen stumbling. That's what inspires others. Not flawless performances, but courageous starts. So don't hide your first step. Don't bury your process. Let it be raw. Let it be human. Let it be ugly. Because in the end, that's what makes it beautiful. Stop comparing your beginning to someone else's middle. Their highlight reel is not your blueprint. You're not behind. You're not late. You're just starting. And that is enough. The journey isn't linear. There's no rule book that says you have to look a certain way or be at a certain level by a certain age. All that matters is the decision to move, to try, to commit. That decision changes everything. Small steps matter. Tiny progress is still progress. Every day that you show up, you build momentum. Every repetition chips away at resistance. Every action silences doubt a little more. Eventually, the ugly start turns into something steady. The shaky voice becomes strong. The messy work becomes meaningful. The start was never supposed to look like the finish, but it's what leads to it. Imposter syndrome will try to whisper that you're not good enough, that you don't belong, that someone else is more qualified. Ignore it. Those thoughts are not true. They are fear, and fear is not a good navigator. It protects, but it also paralyzes. Don't let it choose your path. Choose growth instead. Choose movement. Choose courage. You don't have to do it all today. You just have to do something. One call, one post, one sentence, one conversation, one step. That's how it starts. And then you do it again tomorrow and the day after that. Eventually, momentum builds. And momentum is powerful. It's what takes you from unsure to unshakable, from scared to strong. You can't learn to swim without getting wet. You can't build strength without lifting something heavy. You can't master a skill without practicing badly first. Struggling is not failing. Struggling is learning, and learning is winning. The only real failure is refusing to try. Let today be the day you begin. Not perfectly, not fearlessly, just honestly. Start with what you have, where you are, as you are. That's enough. Don't wait to be unafraid. Be afraid and do it anyway. That's bravery. That's leadership. That's how lives are changed. Your dream is valid. Your voice is needed. Your efforts matter. But none of it will come to life if you don't start. The world doesn't respond to intentions. It responds to action. And that action begins with a single choice: to show up flaws and all. So write the words, speak the truth, share the idea, launch the project, send the message, take the step. You might stumble, you might fumble, you might feel exposed, but you'll also feel alive, because nothing compares to the feeling of momentum, of chasing something real, of living instead of waiting. This is your permission to begin. Not because everything is in place, but because you're ready enough. And ready enough is all you need. Start messy, start uncertain, start uncomfortable. Start anyway. The dream you see in your head is possible. The version of you that you imagine becoming is waiting on the other side of action. But you'll never meet that version if you don't start moving toward it. Take the leap. Trust the process. Let the work teach you what planning never could. Time will pass anyway. You might as well use it building something matters. Don't wait for fear to go away. Use it as a sign you're heading in the right direction. Fear points to growth. Discomfort means you're on the edge of something important. So go, begin, even if it's messy, even if it's awkward, even if it's terrifying, because nothing will ever be the same after you do.